Oh boy. Mm. Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's really good? It's your boy Brandon Bravon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. That there sports podcast where we talk about all of the necessary topics in sports, as well as all of the necessary topics in life. And how is everybody doing on this Monday, August the 26th, 2000 of the 24? I'm not even gonna flex with y'all. I don't feel good. I feel a little under the weather, but I honestly, this is one of the episodes I'm most excited about because of the questions that I have to ask my compadres when they join me. It's football time, baby. Preseason is over with. It's football time. Preseason is over with, and now it's time to get to the nitty gritty of who's winning stuff. Now, again, this is tea I'm drinking. One of them kids from my job then gave me a cold. That's what it is. One of them kids from the job then gave me a cold. But I'm going to thug it out. I'm definitely going to thug it out through the show, through the week. And again, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It got, man, the weather got a little ugly out there. The weather definitely got a little ugly out there on my way home. You know, I have a smaller car now. It was the first time I was like, damn, I guess my truck really did come in handy because going over them puddles, I'm like, damn, yo, it's like deep, deep, deep in the water. But anyway, I'm here. I'm good. I'm ready to rock and roll. Still standing, still strong. You know, this little cough do cold, I'll be just fine. I'll be just fine. Shout out to Too Tough Sports, the Madden Gamer League, where the games are broadcasted on Twitch. If you think you a boss in the game called, if you a boss in the game called Madden, come to Too Tough, baby. You know what it is, as well as Heather's Craft Haven, and I must say, shout out to Jay Marley, who showed some mad love yesterday at his wrestling match. He wore the Sports Plus Life shirt that was made from Heather's Craft Haven on TikTok. You know, y'all know my sis from another miss. You know, she did her thing, and he rocked that at the event. And again, like I said, that's love. What up, bro? What up, Lomar? What's happening with you? Tell you like I said at the beginning, I feel a little under the weather, bro. I definitely feel a little under the weather. But we here. You know what I mean? We are here. And apparently now I am not alone. Tony, what up, homie?
Yo, what's good?
Just trying to get over this cold, my dog. I'm here. You know, I was waiting to do this episode because I got some questions that I'm gonna ask. Because now preseason is over, bro. Preseason is over. You know, nobody plays this weekend. You know, there's no preseason games. You know, this weekend belongs to college football, and that's dope as well. I'm just so happy that football is back. I mean, the number one sport in America is back, and the number two sport in America is back. NFL football is back next week. College football is back this weekend. Actually, there were some college football games on this weekend. We've already had one upset. Florida State, who was ranked number 10, lost to Georgia Tech on Saturday. And if I'm not mistaken, that game was played in Ireland. But how you doing, bro?
Ireland, huh?
I don't know what that's about. Like, how the hell are you gonna kick off college football in goddamn Ireland? It's beyond me, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, I need my boys. I need all hands on deck. And we'll see who pops in because I got my questions ready. But how was your day, sir?
My day was blah until it became unblind. You know why?
Mm-hmm. We'll get there in a minute. We'll get there. Before we get since it's just me and you, I was gonna go there first, but since it's just me and you, I just want to address this really quick before the rest of this episode, which is going to be football related. Anthony Edwards pissed everybody off.
Yeah, I mean, he don't know what to say out his mouth, and I mean, how on one hand, weeks before, or was it months before, maybe a couple months before, you're gonna give Mike his due and say, hey, don't compare me to that dude because he's the greatest of all time. Shit on everybody else. It makes no sense. And you play, and you're an NBA player, dude. You're a professional, so you see your contemporaries, and you telling me you that lazy to pick up your TV remote on your 89-inch TV that you probably got. And look at some highlights and recognize them dudes is every bit as skilled as the dudes you are playing with.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Did you hear how Magic came at him?
No, I didn't hear what Magic said. I'm sure Magic has something to say.
Magic, Magic usually be mostly PC. Magic bought that dog in him. Magic said, this is what Magic said. I don't pay attention to guys who don't have any championships. He doesn't have a championship in high school. He doesn't have a championship in college. And he doesn't have a championship in the NBA. Point blank, period. I said, damn, Magic. Magic came at the boy. Magic, that ain't Magic's MO. Hey, Puma, baby. Magic came at this dude neck.
Well, I don't know about that one, Magic. Just contemporaries that ain't got championships literally because of Magic. So, I don't know about that one, but I get the point. I get the point. That's one of them. That NBA more so than say even NFL or any other sport is one of the, or even individual sports like boxing are one of them things you would love to see if you could just put them all in a time machine and put them in a gym. And you got what the hell is the name of the ref from back in the day that would tell them boys stop crying in a heartbeat.
Hugh Hollins.
Put Hugh Hollins out there with his crew and let them go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything that they know, let them go.
Yeah, Jess Kersey, Mike Mathis. Now the names are coming back to me from all the old games that I watched. Pretty much any referee except for the boy Donahue who cheated.
I'd love to see it. Love to see it.
Yeah, he pissed everybody off. Hey, Boogie, what up, homie?
Yo, what's good?
Ain't nothing much. We were quickly talking about Anthony Edwards, how he's pissed everybody off. At least all of the OGs, because this is where Anthony Edwards messed up at. He said, well, I really didn't watch. He said, I've really never watched. He said, I really didn't watch. So he should have left it at that. How are you going to sit there and say, I never watched the other eras, but then only say Jordan's the only one who had skill, but you never watched?
Yeah, that's a backward statement. But I think part of that is just his personality.
Yeah, well, Magic lit into his ass, and Magic always keep a smile on the face. He ain't have a smile when he said that shit. I promise you. Magic said, I don't pay attention to people who don't have championships. And he said he don't have a championship in high school, college, or the NBA. Magic has won at every level. So Magic is like now, Tony, why you said a lot of people didn't win because Magic kept them from winning, but some of those people at least won on the collegiate level or even the high school level. He said, you ain't won at nothing, bruh. You ain't won a championship at nothing. So that's like, remember in Friday After Next when Cat Williams told the girl, he said, I'm tired of your presence, dismissed. That's pretty much what Magic told Anthony Edwards. You don't have any championships in high school, college, or in the NBA. I'm tired of your presence. Dismissed. So, it is. I mean, it is what it is. So, like, but Ant was out of pocket though. You can't sit here and say you never watched, but then say, "Oh, Jordan was the only one skilled." How the fuck would you know if you didn't watch? That's this. I mean, come on now. Anthony Edwards, what's 2 + 2? 22. That's kind of what he sounded like with that one. But anyway, this.
It's kind of funny to me. You don't see that, and I said NFL, and I guess you kind of see it in boxing because it's an individual thing. But you don't see that kind of dick measuring necessarily like with the NFL. You see that with the NBA because he ain't the only one that said something. But it is being said by people that don't have anything to show for their career. Who was it before? It was what's his name? White boy.
Ooh.
Oh man, that was talking about he was on that plumbers and electricians tip too. Wasn't Fredette. It was
that damn near sound like a JJ Redick comment.
JJ Redick. That's who it was. JJ Redick. JJ Redick. Yeah. And I'm sitting here saying, what's my man back from the Warriors back in the Kings back in the day? Jason Williams bust your ass. Oh, yeah. You talking junkie. Jason Williams will bust your ass.
Yeah. But so so we almost have to forgive Anthony Edwards for his ignorance. He know not whateth he speaketh, and he lucky. I wish this is one of them times where I wish I could bring back the starting 5 from the Dream Team in a time machine to play him in whatever 5 he chooses to play in this era of basketball and see how quickly he would get his feelings annihilated. What he say? Ain't nobody have skill. What the hell? I ain't even gonna name all the GOATs. I mean, as far as Michael, Magic, Larry, Isaiah, that's too easy. What the hell was Allen Iverson? What the hell was Akeem Olajuwon? Akeem Olajuwon is probably the most skilled big man ever.
I mean, you got to go before. You can go a generation before them dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I don't know, my man.
Dr. J, Bernard King, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Are you
Earl the Pearl, George Gervin?
Yeah, I mean, come on. Like, I mean, all these niggas play 2K. Just go play with the 80s All-Stars. East or West. Take your pick. I ain't gonna say the 50s or 60s All-Stars when they used to dribble with their ass poked out and they used to dribble where it would be super easy to steal. Not them dudes. Not them dudes.
You talking about George Mikan?
Yeah, once the NBA and ABA merged, because honestly, the NBA was more professional. The ABA was a show, and now this is before my time. But I watched all of them because the ABA was like Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
What up, Steph? But okay, now this is what up, Steph? Yeah, Larry. Hey, look, Larry Bird. Larry Bird was a cold ass dude. Larry Bird was a cold ass dude. I mean, you won the MVP 3 years in a row with Magic and Michael and Isaiah and Dr. J all in the NBA at the same time. That's a cold ass dude.
Cold dude.
Magic got the best of him. But what people won't say is that Larry Bird got the best of Michael Jordan.
But the thing about it is both of those teams, you can sandwich Mike in the middle as not classified as this, but both of them teams were stacked. Like Showtime Lakers was stacked, the Celtics was stacked.
We can say that now. We can say that now because of there's so many of those players turned out to be Hall of Famers. But at the time period, it wasn't like they was getting people from free agency. That was just
no. I don't mean it in the sense of today's stack where you're going to collecting players. I'm talking about from a talent perspective. They were stacked, which is why they're Hall of Famers.
Yeah, that's just great. That's just great drafting and developing. I mean, you drafted Worthy, you drafted Magic, you drafted Byron Scott, AC Green, and that's. Yeah, and these are Michael Cooper. Michael Cooper.
Dudes like Dennis
He was a free agent pickup, but
Right.
again, no, he was traded there. But then Kareem was traded to the Lakers.
Right.
Dennis Johnson, Robert Parrish wasn't originally a Celtic. He was traded to the Celtics. But this was all before. This was all before Larry and Magic was in the league.
Right.
You know, this
so all they were stacked. Like the teams were stacked.
Yeah, no question. But
they had deep benches. They had starting five. You could rotate them in, and it wouldn't miss a beat.
Yeah, I mean, especially when the early '80s Lakers, when they had Norm Nixon and McAdoo and Jamal Wilkes, these are all Hall of Famers.
And to be fair, the Pistons were stacked.
Yeah, they were stacked.
So it was a complete team thing.
Passed Detroit for a long time.
Nobody would.
Isaiah Thomas was to Michael Jordan what Patrick Mahomes is to Josh Allen. He was his bugaboo.
Yeah, because I mean, you could go out there. Their philosophy is you can go out there and drop 50. We just gonna take everybody else away. That's it.
Much. But okay. Now we can get to football. That's really what the basis of this show is really about today. So we'll start off with the big news. CeeDee Lamb has ended his holdout and agreed to a 4-year, $136 million deal that makes him the second highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. The deal includes $38 million signing bonus, largest ever given to a wide receiver, and $100 million guaranteed per source. Only receiver in the league who's making more money and who will make more money annually is Justin Jefferson. That's it. That's it. So CD has finally ended his holdout. He finally got his money. Tony, you're the Cowboy fan. Nobody's perfect. But what? How do you feel about your boy?
Look, COVID King. Let me tell you something, COVID King.
COVID King. I just took a test 15 minutes ago. I ain't got COVID.
So you got the results back that quick. So
at home COVID test, bro.
So okay, from a pride standpoint, I guess it makes a difference to him getting $2 more million in a signing bonus. Great. You're getting what, 10 million less than Jefferson. So okay, so you're the second highest paid receiver in the league. That's great. That's wonderful. The deal actually amounts to a 5-year deal because they do got a 5th-year option. Kind of thing. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, he produced the last 2 years. I don't have a problem with it. We actually end up the way the deal shakes out, you end up kind of saving money on average. But I mean, it's cool. He just got to go out there and he got to live up to the deal. That's always the deal. You can go out. I can't respect them dudes that wait till contract year to perform. But if you've done, something, you can see their progress steadily progressing and they've outplayed their contract. Sure, give them a new contract. But now you have to live up to that contract. You haven't pre-earned that money. So right. I expect to see 1,100 yards, CD. At least you ain't got to be 16, 17, but you got to be at least 1,400 yards and 100-some catches, 111 catches.
Well, see, the thing is that with the extra game, that's easier now.
I understand. I still need to see
Michael Irvin's records last year, but he did it in a 17-game season. And I'm saying that in fairness to Michael Irvin.
Yeah, right. So, go out there and prove that you are worth the money. That's what I'm expecting from CD. Other than that, I'm happy that he signed. I guess it was a principle thing with him. Okay.
Aaron, how do you feel about CD getting that bizag?
I'm happy for him. Just like we talked about last time with who was it? Tyreek Hill's contract and Tua's contract. Let these young boys get paid. I mean, the kid, how old is he? 25?
He's 25.
Get paid. And to be honest, and I might be wrong, Tony, you might be able to correct me, to contend in the division, let alone the conference, y'all needed him. So y'all had to pay.
Well,
yeah, I mean,
pay him.
Yeah,
they had to pay.
But you know what though? That I'm not mad about that comment because I mean, if you are a top 5 wide receiver, that team needs you.
That's true.
I don't give a damn who you are. That team needs you.
Absolutely true. Top 5 paid wide receivers on the annual gross is now Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Tyreek Hill. So, and all of those guys earn their money.
Now here's the question though. Here's the question. I always look at this kind of stuff, and I say for how long? For how long? Because it is my belief if the Bengals change their philosophy that CD will be the second highest paid for a minute, because Jamar Chase probably would pass it.
Maybe Jamar Chase, maybe you never know. Jamar Chase may be signed tomorrow because Jamar Chase may say, okay, well, this is what CeeDee Lamb got. I want to get a $1/1000,000 more just for a dick measuring contest. I mean, to be honest with you. But fellas, preseason is over with. Oh boy. Now it's time for the rubber to meet the motherfucking road. Oh yeah. It is time. Now I wish Sean and Calvin was here. But it is time, my boys. We got some divisions to pick. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we going there. So, but first, Aaron, let me ask you, what do you think? And I wanted to ask you this last week. Tua, that interview with Dan Le Batard, necessary or unnecessary?
Unnecessary. I don't think it was his fault. I think he just got caught up in some stuff. It is what it is. The back and forth, but at the same time, like they needed news, they needed publicity, so I get it. But nah, it was unnecessary.
Okay. You said unnecessary, right?
Yeah, because once you get into a conversation talking about exes, it never turns out well. Never turns out well.
You talking about chicks, or you talking about coaches, or in general?
I'm talking about coaches. Once you get to talking about exes,
okay,
that conversation never turns out well.
I'm gonna say every time I talk about exes, never mind. We ain't going there. This ain't Friday. This ain't.
Like I said, it never turns out well.
Yeah. I have paperwork that should. Never mind. Okay. So what Aaron? What I originally was going to ask you, what was the and I was gonna use an infected joke. I won't talk about no other paperwork. I wasn't. Cat Williams said in the movie, I have paperwork to show that I'm not infected. But what was your biggest takeaway from the preseason, Boogie?
I only watched our games. I'll be real with you. Oh, excuse me. I only watched Miami's games. So we look decent. We look really good defensively, which is what I was really worried about the most. But
getting Jalen Phillips back.
Yeah. So I'm excited for the season. I'm ready to go. Like I'm definitely confident to go ahead and say AFC South.
AFC South.
AFC East.
Y'all wish y'all was in the South. Y'all still in there with that beast called Buffalo. Geologically, it makes sense. Y'all should be in the AFC South, shouldn't y'all?
Yeah, I used to think that too, but then it was like they just modeled it after the Patriots.
Yeah, some rivalries they just didn't want to mess up, because I've been saying this forever. Why is Dallas in the NFC East? There's nothing about them that's in the eastern part of the country. They just didn't want to mess up the Cowboys and the Redskins or versus the Eagles or the Giants. But you took Arizona out the damn East and put them in the West, where that was geologically correct. Just like they used to have the Falcons in the NFC West. That made no fucking sense whatsoever.
And I think now it makes too much money to change it up. It makes way too much money. Yeah. No, people are bought into the rivalry.
Yeah, right. So Tony, what was your biggest takeaway from the preseason, sir?
The same as it always is. Perhaps they should just like use that as an evaluation period for people trying to make the team, and just call it that.
That's what it's for.
Yeah. Audition. Just call it audition for people trying to make the team, and there's really nothing more to take from it. I mean, you got people griping because no starters play, but then you got people griping if a starter plays and gets hurt. So how about we just remove that dynamic altogether and just let the, we'll let that, because the trip part is correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. What are these team scrimmages doing?
I don't know what that's doing.
You see, that's the crazy thing. You got a team scrimmage, then you got the dress rehearsal in a preseason game.
But that's
it makes no sense.
That's in the second preseason game. They don't do that the last preseason game of the season.
Well, when I say dress rehearsal, you'll march them out there in full everything, and they play a full game. Is what I'm getting at. But the whole point is, it doesn't make sense. So perhaps that ultimately, I think that's the direction it's probably going in anyway, because we weren't the only team to opt out of playing starters.
Well, but there were a couple of teams that legitimately had quarterback battles. Like Pittsburgh, they played their starters. The Patriots, they played their starters. The ones who have, of course, now, a team like Dallas, the 49ers, the Dolphins. We named Bo Nix the starter last week, so I knew Bo Nix wasn't going to play. The Eagles, teams where definitively who your starting quarterback is going to be, yeah, they're not going to play their people. But a team like Pittsburgh, a team like New England, a team like not Atlanta, the Texans, who still had not the Texans, the Titans, who still had questions about Will Levis. So it's I guess it depends. See, Tony, your team is set. You know who your starters are.
I get that. I'm not saying that the league should do anything one way or the other. I'm just simply saying, you asked me what my takeaway from preseason is. Well, as a fan, I think fans need to get used to, unless it is a situation like that you won't see your actual team during the preseason and really in any capacity anymore.
But I feel like if you're a consistent fan, you would already understand that. Like these games aren't that important to be putting your most prized players out there. It don't make sense.
And we lost a starter yesterday. Our cornerback, opposite side of Pat Surtain, Damari Mathis, he got carted off. But what I read is that is not as serious. That it wasn't a knee injury; it was an ankle injury. But Sean Payton said it's not even said it's not that serious. That he should be ready week 1. So, now because our game was on CBS yesterday, and as soon as I got to the game, that's the first thing I see is this man getting carted off field. I'm like, what the hell? Now I will say this: I'm suspect about that dude because that was the dude who was getting roasted all year last season. Pat wasn't in PS2 wasn't in uniform, but Aaron, Tony, division time. Yeah. All right, Aaron, I'll start with you. AFC East. Like I already know what you're gonna say.
Hey, come on now.
Division winner is gonna be who?
The Miami Dolphins, and that's not just off of the love of that's not just off of love of the team. That is,
of course, it is
hard statistical evidence, empirical evidence passed down by Harvard scientists.
Really?
Harvard scientists? Harvard science, my boy.
Okay. Tony, AFC East division winner is.
It should be the Dolphins. It should be the Dolphins. Bills lost. They lost some pieces. It should be the Dolphins.
So that's who you're going with? The Dolphins?
Yeah.
Okay.
The bigger threat is I believe might still be the Bills, but I do believe that the Dolphins, because winning the division seems to mean something to them more so than Buffalo.
I'm gonna fucking go ahead and take the Dolphins. They let me down last year.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, so I can't take the Dolphins?
It was no. I'm saying no.
They did, bro.
It was. Yeah. I mean,
I had the Dolphins winning the division. I had Tua winning MVP.
Yeah.
Remember this? I had Tua winning MVP. I'm gonna take the Dolphins only because I think Buffalo may have lost too much. I'm gonna tell you this though. I will say this: if Buffalo wins the division this year, then Josh Allen will be the fucking MVP.
Has to be.
I promise you that.
Has to be.
If Buffalo wins the division this season, because they've lost a lot on offense and defense, both your receivers gone. Notable names on defense gone. If they win the division this year, then Josh Allen put on that goddamn Superman cape. Okay. Tony, I'll start with you this time. AFC South Division champion is.
Whew. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, sir. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the Jaguars.
Okay.
Really? All right. That's what's up.
Any reason why?
They do for a bounce back. They underachieved last year. I just feel like they do for a bounce back. I feel like that division anyway is a toss up because there's a lot of ifs. If this person, if that person, and so Anthony Richardson. I mean, he is what he is. So yeah. For no particular reason other than I just feel like they do for a bounce back. They were a good team the prior year. What happened last year?
They had a late season collapse last year. No question.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Okay. Aaron, AFC South winner is?
I got to go with the Texans, man. Titans are up in the air. Colts, ain't nobody really talking about them. The Jaguars, honestly, Tony, I see where you're coming from, but that collapsing that they do is cultural. Like we see it season over season. I remember picking them for clutch games when we first started doing the games every week and just being completely disappointed with them on a regular basis. The Texans picked up Stephon Diggs. You still got a phenomenal quarterback. I'm giving the division to them.
Okay. This tough because that division, I think, low key is going to be a little lit. But yeah,
you're gonna have to explain why.
Well, because of the potential. Like Tony said, if Anthony Richardson is this, that, and the third, remember Steichen is their coach. He was the coach for Jalen Hurts when he had his 2022 season. Anthony Richardson is supposed to be Jalen Hurts on steroids. You still got Jonathan Taylor. They still have a good offensive line. They still have a respectable defense. They were only one game. It was a win and get in situation for them last year against the Texans. But I'm gonna have to go. But then Jacksonville. Again, they're due for a bounce back because they had an epic collapse. They were 8-3 at one point last year.
Mm-hmm.
They were 8-3 at one point last year. Tied for number one in the conference, and they just fell apart, all the way apart. And they due for a bounce back, but I'm gonna go with the Texans because I like the pickup with Diggs is iffy to me because if he goes into diva mode early, that could derail that team. But I like to pick up a Mixon, and I don't think CJ Stroud will have a sophomore slump. So, but that's not an easy pick as I thought it was going to be. So now, a Boogie, AFC North Division champion is.
Outside of our own division, this is actually a division I'm going to be paying the most attention to for two reasons. It sounds counterproductive. I know, just work with me. I'm a Dolphins fan, but I genuinely want Lamar Jackson to win the MVP this season. Like, genuinely want that to be the case. That being said, this is
won it last season.
Yeah, but he got dunked. I wasn't a fan of his playoff presence. That was my issue. It just felt
like the MVP is a regular season award.
No, I understand, but like to be MVP and then get to not handle yourself well in the playoffs, that's the reason MVP is always weird to me. But to answer your question directly, it's going to be Ravens. That's it. Steelers are still figuring stuff out. I think Mike Tomlin is one of the best coaches in history. I think he's going to do really well with these boys, but I don't see them doing it this year.
Tony?
Baltimore.
Just cut, dry, and simple. Baltimore?
Yeah, it's because every other team you got something to figure out. Yeah. Like every other team in that division got something to figure out. Cleveland, you don't know what they are. They had a good defense, but outside of that, you don't know what they are. On the other side of the ball, or in Cincinnati, you don't know what they are. Period. You don't know what they are. Period. You don't know whether Jamar Chase is going to be on that field, not going to be on that field. You don't know. You don't know what they are, and I mean the Steelers. You don't know what they are. You know Tomlin's a good coach, but you don't know what they are. You know whatever players he feels is going to try hard, but you can try hard as you want. You ain't going to out talent some other team. So right now, from a consistency standpoint, is Baltimore.
I'm gonna make it a clean sweep. I'm gonna say Baltimore simply because I think they'll just be. I think they'll be a little bit better than the Bengals. I have this division sending 3 teams to the playoffs again. I have Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Cleveland going to the playoffs. Yeah, I have Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Cleveland going to the playoffs. But every time we're ready to count out Tomlin, somehow his ass ends up with 10 damn wins and in the playoffs. So I say that very gingerly, with no disrespect to Mike Tomlin, just from what I see right now. I'm going to go with Baltimore. I don't want to see Lamar Jackson win the MVP. I want to see Lamar Jackson win the goddamn Super Bowl. That's what I want to see. I know as a Dolphin fan.
I'm conflicted.
You know, I do. I want to see him win the Super Bowl. But I know as a Dolphin fan, y'all right in the mix.
We up there.
Now, this next one is probably going to be a quick, clean sweep. AFC West.
Chiefs.
Tony.
Chefs.
Broncos. Bo Nix, bitch. Bo Nix, bitch. We won in this division. No, I'm just playing, Chiefs.
I admire the loyalty.
I'm a realist. I think we're gonna be a tough out for everybody. I have no expectations. I think we'll be a tough out. That's my expectation. Denver will be a tough out for anybody. I like what I've seen from Bo Nix, but yeah, Chiefs. All right, let's move on to the NFC. Tony, I'll start with you. I know what you're gonna say. NFC East winner is.
You already know. If you know what I'm gonna say, then why are you even asking me?
All right, Cowboys. I mean, nobody's perfect. Hey, Boogie, NFC East.
This one is low key tough for me, but I'm gonna go with the Cowboys as well. I think I went with them last season too, so yeah, I'm gonna stick with them. I'm always hoping they're decent, but you know,
I ain't picking the bitch ass Cowboys to win shit.
You wouldn't.
You ain't pick us last year. You ain't pick us last year for the division, but the only thing I'll say you got on your favor is the history of repeating in our division.
Yeah, that don't happen.
Yeah, it don't happen.
So with that being said, I'm picking the Eagles. I'm picking the Eagles to win the NFC East.
That's not.
To me, I think they have the most talent, but the Eagles have the most talent. But also, I think the Eagles are the biggest question mark because I know they went 2-1 in the preseason, but nothing looked convincing to me. Nothing. And I only say that because you're coming into this season with a new offensive coordinator. Based on paper, the Eagles should be fucking awesome.
That was going to be my caveat. On paper,
they should.
You're going to learn today. You're going to learn. Kellen Moore will not fit that.
You may be.
You're going to have Eagle fans shouting at the screen, "Run the damn ball!" And he's still going to throw.
You got Saquon. You better run the damn ball.
You got a reason to run it now.
Yeah. You know, we ain't talking
that
about
dude used to be the most frustrating third and 2. And and this, mind you, this was with Zeke prior. You know what I'm saying? So Zeke could still fall forward for 3 yards. And you got 3rd and 1.5, and he gonna call, 5 wide.
Yeah, but see, with 3rd and 1.5, Jalen can get that himself, though.
Yeah, I understand that.
But still, the Eagles, to me, are the most talented team, but honestly they're the team with the biggest question mark to me. NFC South, Tony, who wins that division?
Whew, that's another one like the AFC South, ain't it? It's like a head scratcher.
I think that's a 2-team race.
It's a head scratcher.
NFC South?
NFC South, yeah. It's a head scratcher. I'm going I'm gonna say Atlanta.
Really? Okay.
Atlanta. Hey, Boogie, what you got?
All right. I'm going with the Bucks.
Okay.
I'm not expecting. I think Atlanta will play absolutely well, but Kirk just he's never been the type to move the needle in that way. So
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going with Atlanta.
They got the talent on paper. Whether it comes together is a whole
Yeah.
different thing. But they got the talent.
Yeah. And the thing is that I say it's a 2-team race, and it's between to me the 2-team race is between Atlanta and Tampa. Kirk Cousins is going to be consistent as far as a regular season quarterback.
100%.
Have you seen? But I haven't yet seen Baker Mayfield put together back-to-back good seasons, regular seasons. Now, I would take Baker Mayfield over Kirk Cousins in the playoffs any day. But I haven't seen him have good back-to-back regular seasons. And the Falcons just got more talent than Tampa Bay, especially on the offensive side and the defensive side of the ball. I was wondering where Justin Simmons went. He in Atlanta.
But you know what Kirk got? Kirk got that backfield.
Bijan and Tyler Algier.
He got that backfield, so he ain't got to throw 40 times to win a game.
And he got to look over his back, too, because Michael Penix is there, baby. Michael Penix is there. You think Kirk Cousins come out stinking up the joint, they won't call for fucking Michael Penix.
How much I pay for that? You going to stay your ass right there.
Oh, yeah. Penix ain't going to see the field this season unless it's injury. But the Falcons are low-key. I can't even say low-key. The Falcons are a very, very talented team.
It's looking like it, but execution-wise, I think if the biggest question mark is being good again versus from the Falcons, who were last season, I'm going to take the team that was good last season. If we're just looking at it from an objective backup view, you got a team that actually did well and a team that's on the fence, like they put things together in the offseason. I'm going to go with the team that actually did well.
I respect that. I respect that. I mean, Tampa Bay has won that division the last 3 years. Nobody saw it coming last year because, they basically thought that Baker Mayfield was a bridge quarterback, and they actually found themselves a franchise quarterback. I tried to tell Calvin this last year. He thought I was bullshitting. I said, well, if Baker Mayfield is healthy, they do have weapons there. And they ended up winning the division. But I called the Saints to win the division last year. I think for the Saints, I think by the end of the season, they'll be looking for a new coach and a new quarterback. NFC North, Aaron, I'm going to start with you.
I'm going with them Lions. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna twist this one up. I'm going with the Packers.
Where you going with the Packers?
I'm going with the Packers.
Right line. Okay.
That boy Jordan Love, I think he's gonna do some good stuff out there.
All right. Tony, NFC North.
That's another hard one. I'm gonna say Lions again. Because they largely have the same team they added.
Yeah.
They got Aiden Hutchinson some help. So I'm gonna take Lions.
I'm gonna go with the Lions because they got unfinished business. They have unfinished business. If Dan Campbell got a good night of sleep this offseason, I would be disappointed because he's the reason why they did not win the NFC Championship game. Point blank, period. They were better than the 49ers. Point blank, period. And you just would not stop going forward on fourth down when you could have took the 3 points. You take one of those field goals, you go into the Super Bowl. And you may fuck around and win that bitch because they were better than Kansas City, to tell you the truth.
I noticed you ain't correct me. Am I right? I'm trying to remember. Aiden Hutchinson is the quarterback. What's the D lineman? Hutchinson.
No. The quarterback is Jared Goff.
Okay. No. I'm talking about the quarterback named Aiden Hutchinson that plays for the Raiders now. But what's the D lineman on Detroit?
That's Aiden O'Connell.
Oh,
you were right, Aiden Hutchinson.
Okay, Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah.
Okay, that's who I meant. They got him some help.
I'm going with Detroit, but again, that's going to be a tough division. Beware the Chicago Bears.
All right.
That is my dark horse team for the NFC. I was going to ask that next, but since we're talking about NFC North, beware the Bears.
We'll see what them first 4 games look like. I think that'll give us a better.
I don't know. I don't know if that's fair because sometimes you can catch fire in the second half of the season. If all you have to do really the first 4 games is stay average. But we'll see. Okay, Tony, NFC West.
Dirty Niners.
I was going to say this is probably going to be another quick one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Dirty Niners.
Yeah.
What did you call them?
The Dirty Niners.
The Dirty Niners.
Mm-hmm. That's what they average when they play y'all, about 39.
I was correct. It is Aiden Hutchinson, bruh. I knew I wasn't crazy.
He was correct.
Oh, okay.
He was correct.
Okay.
Aaron?
Same. 49ers.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of wouldn't be surprised if the Rams won the division. I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams won the division. Because what people haven't talked about enough, at least in a national circle, is that last year, to me, was Sean McVay's best coaching job. You know, you can rent players and win a Super Bowl. I mean, nobody can ever take that away from you. You won a Super Bowl, you know. But last year, he was really playing with house money. Matthew Stafford stayed healthy. You ended up finding a diamond in the rough in Puka Nacua, because I think we can say Cooper Kupp has slowed down. I think you can say that. I think he's slowed down. But Kyron Williams is a damn good running back. They hit on all their defensive backs. They always do in the draft. To me, their biggest question is, how do you replace Aaron Donald? How do you try to replace Aaron Donald? So because of that, I will go with the 49ers. But you know who the most difficult team to deal with in that division is going to be on a game-to-game basis?
The Cardinals.
Yep.
Yeah. They're always a thorn in my side.
Mm-hmm. So I already said my dark horse in the NFC is the Bears. What about yours, Aaron?
Let me not piggyback. Essentially, it was going to be the Bears too. But I can't really think of any other team that would surprise me in terms of being decent or at least contending. I don't expect the Bears to come out and win their division. I don't expect that at all. I think they'll cause some issues. I think they'll contend, but I don't expect them to win.
Tony, what about you? Who's your NFC dark horse?
Dark horse as in making the playoffs?
Yeah.
Or just making the playoffs?
Yeah.
Seattle.
Okay. AFC. Tony, who's your dark horse?
Oh my God. Here we go. It's got to be the Steelers, bro. It's got to be the Steelers.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Aaron?
I was going to say the Browns.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, they were my dark horse last year, and they proved me right. They made the playoffs.
And that's why I was messing with them. I was like,
I'm going to be a homer for this. I'm going to be a homer for this one. I think my dark horse is going to be Denver.
Okay.
Because I think Bo Nix fits exactly what Sean Payton wants to have in a quarterback on offense. So I think, but I almost look at them in that Cardinal standpoint as we going to be a tough out for everybody. But I think we're going to fuck around and steal some games. And like I said, dark horse. The only reason why I didn't say the Chargers, I know what Jim Harbaugh does when it comes to his first year, as far as being the impact he has on the first year, on his teams in the first year. But they lost so much. You know, the Chargers lost on the offensive side. You lost your whole receiving core. You lost your tight end, and you lost your running back.
Yeah, that's a That's some limbs right there.
You lost. What was the running back name? He in Washington now. Austin Eckler. You lost Austin Eckler. You lost Keenan Allen. You lost Mike Williams. You lost goddamn Gerald Everett. It's like you lost a lot. And is Justin Herbert really that dude? You know, he shows all the physical attributes, but look at his win-loss record, bro. Just look at his win-loss record. That's all I'm gonna say. Like I
think he gonna be one of them dudes that get labeled as having a perpetually bad offensive coordinator.
Well, you can't put it on everybody else for so long, because now to me, I think because you got Harbaugh as your coach, and because Harbaugh's not like Harbaugh is a first-time NFL coach. Harbaugh has great experience with the 49ers, much success. So if Justin Herbert don't play good, they're not going to blame Kellen Moore, or they're going to blame Anthony or the dumbass coach that they had, or even Anthony Lynn. This is going to fall at Justin Herbert. If he don't perform, if he don't get W's, they're going to come at him. They're not going to come at Harbaugh. Oh, no. He's too proven to be a damn good coach, a great coach. So that's why I can't pick the Chargers. Because at first I said, yeah, the Chargers, Jim Harbaugh. But I'm like, wait a minute, Justin Herbert ain't got who the fuck? The Chargers are still getting 6'5", 6'6" receivers who are looking to win jump balls. I was watching that game against y'all. I was like, damn, they receiving team is a basketball team, but they slow as shit.
Yeah, Fehoko came from us. Huh? That's why we got rid of him, because he got no speed. He can get them jump balls, but he got no speed.
Who?
Simi Fehoko.
Oh yeah,
played the Chargers now.
Yeah.
And then you couldn't find him. He couldn't find a spot on our team as the 5th wide receiver. No speed.
And that's the Chargers. That's like the Chargers' whole secondary. You got to at least have one burner on there. But anyway, so so next week, fellas, we are 10 days away. 10 days away from the opening game. We're 13 days away from the opening Sunday. Yes.
It's bad.
Now, I'd be remiss to excuse me for all the coughing. Again, I have a cold. Forgive me. I'd be remiss if I didn't say the prediction league. We will have our prediction picks next week. We're going to make our prediction next week. I'm going to announce everybody who is in the league this year, because we got some newcomers. The league grows every year. We started off with 8. Last year we had 10. We have a new defending champion, Lex. A female came and she bust everybody's ass. So we have we have newcomers coming to this league, and I can't wait. I can't wait to get my title back, because I ain't worried about y'all two. I can't wait to get my title back.
Nah, this year gonna be different for real. This is our year.
Our year for what?
If I can sound like a cowboy, it's our year.
Don't sound like a cowboy. Boy, you set yourself up for failure.
I can sound like a cowboy. This our year.
And not to mention, the prediction league is coming back. The Sports Plus Life post-game show will be back 7:45, opening Sunday, September 8th, 7:45 p.m. Be there. I got a new track that I'm dropping, the post-game show. It is fire.
Yes,
it is fire.
Y'all better tune in.
That's, I mean, the theme song will make you want to get up and hit a motherfucker. Make you want to get up and just tackle the shit out of somebody. Like, I hope ain't nobody children walking by when you hear that post game show, because you're gonna be ready to tackle the shit out of them. I'm sorry. Yes, I have to pat myself on the back for that one.
You did your thing for real. You did your thing. You earned the self praise.
Yeah, that one is tough. Hey Boogie, it's been so hard for me not to throw that joint out there.
I ain't gonna lie to you. At first, I was like, man, I hope he previewed that joint. And I was like, nah, let's save it. Let's save it.
No. Yes, I'm saving that. I'm saving that.
Why is everybody tripping off this smoking thing? Yo, just drive to the man's house and change the batteries out for him.
That's what I'm saying.
It be your own people.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man, it's my time. I gotta go.
Yeah, it's my time too because it's a school night. Even though I ain't got the kids tonight, but I'm gonna make me another thing of ginger tea because this cough is irritating. Because man, I ain't missing no days of work. Damn that. I got a DJ again this weekend. I took the Rona test, so I ain't got the Rona. But yeah,
people listen after the coronavirus, everybody forgot you can get the regular flu. Folks don't know what the flu is.
Yeah,
you can still get the regular flu.
You damn sure can. You damn sure can. But yeah, I'm gonna make me another thing of tea and call it a day because I need to get my shit right. I've been up since 3:15 this morning.
Oh man, nah, you definitely need some rest.
Yeah, man, no question. No question. So you about to get out of here, Boogie?
Yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all next week.
I remember, next week we making predictions, homie.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. All right.
Love
yes,
y'all.
sir.
Peace.
Tony, you look like you're about to sound like Computer Love.
Yeah, eat this steak, rice, and green beans.
Well, I guess that's that. Oh man, hopefully, hey, look, you know I'm gonna be up in here on Friday doing my thing. Damn. I'm gonna be here Friday doing my thing. Now, I will say this. If I'm still coughing like this on Friday, I may have to take a rain check on that one. Possibly. But don't worry. Hey, Tony, don't worry about it, bro. I'm about to get out of here. This is one of the shorter episodes of Sports Plus Life. Yo, Tony, don't worry about it, bro.
I officially hate T-Mobile.
Huh?
I say I officially hate T-Mobile.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. But look, you go ahead and take your time because I gotta go ahead and remedy myself. That's one thing I can say about me. Even as a single man, I do know how to take care of myself when I get sick. So I'm not one of those.
Did you see what happened with Pacquiao and McGregor?
Nah, what?
So Pacquiao won because McGregor had sued him for backing out of a fight. Judge looked at Pacquiao's the representative that ultimately signed the contract between them two, and the dude was not licensed to be a representative. So the contract was void from the get-go.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. $5 million. So McGregor was crying about the money. Huh?
You know what I forgot about Saturday just to watch for shits and giggles? I forgot about the Floyd Mayweather exhibition fight. He fought John Gotti again. Well, John Gotti.
Yeah. I read something on that too.
I may watch that while I go to sleep. But anyway, let me get out of here, big bro.
All right, man.
All right. Later.
Later.
And to the Sports Plus Life fam, thank y'all for dealing with me and all of my hacking and wheezing. But it's your boy, Brandon Bravon Towns. I'm out this bit. Peace. Hey, next week is the 300th episode, technically, of Sports Plus Life. So I will see y'all soon. Later.